What do you do when the person you love most wants you gone? The air was thick that evening, the kind of humid that clings to your skin and makes every breath feel heavy. I stood at the edge of our driveway, staring at the house I'd built with my hands, every nail, every shingle a promise to my family. The porch light flickered, casting shadows that danced like ghosts. Inside, my son, Ethan, was screaming. His voice cracked with a fury I didn't recognize, a sound that cut deeper than any knife. "Get out, Dad. I swear I'll call the cops." I didn't move at first. My feet felt glued to the asphalt, my heart pounding like it might burst. Ethan was 17, all sharp edges and bottled rage. He wasn't the kid who used to beg me for piggyback rides or sneak into my toolbox to help with projects. Somewhere along the way, we'd lost each other. The divorce hadn't helped his mom's new life in Chicago. Her silence left a void I couldn't fill. But I tried. God, I tried. "Ethan, please," I said, my voice low, almost a whisper. "Let's just talk." His silhouette filled the doorway, phone in hand, trembling. "There's nothing to talk about. You ruined everything." I wanted to ask what I'd ruined. Was it the missed soccer games when I was working double shifts? The arguments he'd overheard before his mom left? Or something deeper, something I'd never seen? But his eyes, those same blue eyes I'd stared into the day he was born, were wild, unreachable. I took a step forward, and he raised the phone like a weapon. "I'm not kidding, Dad. Leave." The neighbors' lights were starting to come on. Mrs. Carter's curtain twitched across the street. Humiliation burned in my chest, but worse was the ache of knowing my son saw me as a threat. I raised my hands, palms open, like I was surrendering. "Okay," I said. "I'm going." As I turned, a voice called out from the side yard. "Mr. Dawson?" It was Lily, Ethan's girlfriend, stepping out from the shadows. She was 16, all braces and nervous energy, clutching a backpack. I hadn't even known she was there. Her eyes darted between me and Ethan, wide with something like fear. Maybe you should stay," she said, barely audible. I froze. Ethan's face twisted. "Lily, stay out of this." She flinched, but didn't back down. "He's your dad, Ethan. He's not the bad guy." Her words hit like a punch. I didn't know Lily well, just a quiet kid who'd started coming around a few months ago. But in that moment, she saw me in a way my own son couldn't. It was a flicker of hope, fragile and fleeting. I wanted to thank her, to tell her she was brave, but Ethan's voice cut through. "You don't get it, Lily. He's why Mom left. He's why everything's messed up." That was the twist that broke me. I'd never told Ethan the truth about his mom's affair, her decision to start over without us. I'd carried that weight to protect him, to keep his love for her intact. But now, it was a noose around my neck. "Ethan," I started, but he was already dialing. The blue glow of his phone lit his face, and I knew I'd lost him. Lily stepped closer to him, her voice soft. "Don't do this. You'll regret it." He didn't listen. I heard the faint ring of the call connecting, a dispatcher's voice on the other end. That was it. I turned and walked down the driveway, my boots heavy against the pavement. Each step felt like tearing out a piece of my soul. I didn't look back, not when I heard Lily pleading, not when the distant wail of sirens started to grow. I drove for hours that night. No destination, just the hum of the engine and the ache in my chest. My phone buzzed text from Lily, saying Ethan was sorry, that he didn't mean it. I didn't reply, not because I was angry, but because I was empty. I'd given everything to be his father, and it wasn't enough. Weeks turned into months. I moved to a small apartment 2 towns over, started a new job at a warehouse. I didn't call Ethan, didn't show up at his school. I told myself it was what he wanted, but the truth was, I was terrified of facing that rage again. One day, a letter came. No return address, just my name in Ethan's messy handwriting. Inside was a single page. "I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't know about Mom. Lily told me. Can we talk?" I held that letter for hours, tears blurring the ink. I wanted to run to him, to fix everything. But I didn't. Not yet. I'd walked away to give him space, to let him find his own way. Now, maybe, he was ready to let me back in. Love is a battlefield, scarred and messy, but it's worth fighting for. I'd wait for Ethan, however long it took. Because even when your heart breaks, you don't stop being a father. Yindi.